on you guys.
What were your impressions of some of the young guys getting out there? You know what it's like to be a rookie. You had a whole bunch of rookies out there. How do you think they got through the game?
I think we all kind of came out with the same mentality. We got to be able to finish that game and win that game, right? But outside of that, it was fun to see a guy like Sky Moore go out there and make some big plays. A guy like George Karlafagis, as I like to call him, go out there and make some plays and get hype. Seeing those kind of guys go out there and get their first taste of some real NFL football, see how excited they got, see their determination and how they get locked in before a game. It's fun. It's fun to see because I remember being in those shoes.
You remember being in those shoes. So how much do you embrace the mentorship side of it?
Oh man, I love it. I love being there for these guys, and I think it comes with just being a good teammate, man. Being a voice of reason or just somebody they can bounce ideas off of, knowing that I've been here a few years. And specifically here in St. Joe, it can be a drag every now and then, trying to get through the dog days of football. So I just try and be there for everybody, man, not just the young guys.
In this practice, it looked like Patrick thought Kelce might have gotten a little crabby. How do you like seeing some of the fire and the chirping back?
You have to. You got to have that. That's how you get better, man. That's how you. And Fenton's one of our best competitors, one of our best DBs. He gets after it, and that's what. That's what I love about this game, man. You get another chance to line it up and get after a guy in the next play. And if you don't have that during practice, the competitive juice has got to get going. You got to have that, man. You got to have guys getting excited or getting pissed off that they're not winning.
Do you like seeing that fire from Patrick in particular in practice, where he does get a little vocal?
I'd see it from Pat every game that we play on and off the field, man. He's just a competitor, natural competitor, man.
Travis, what are you seeing from the wideouts that tell you guys are going to be okay?
I mean, we got a deep group. We got a deep group of wideouts. We got a lot of guys that can fly downfield, and we have some guys that play physical football, and that's what you want out of the wide receiver group. Guys that are going to be able to block in the run game, and guys that are going to be able to go up top and make plays when the ball's in the air. This offense is it's special, man. It puts you in a position to have success, and a lot of times, all you got to do is just do your job and play to your best ability, and the rest is history.
Talking about playing to your best ability, it seems like every time I'm looking up, I see Noah Gray making the play left and right. What are you seeing out of him in the second year?
He's a stud, man. I'm just happy that he's taking it and he's being a professional, just a professional on and off the field, and the way he carries himself in the locker room, how he carries himself out here, it's something that everybody can learn from, and how he's always accountable. It's because he knows what he's doing. He knows what's going on around him. He's not just thinking about himself. He's thinking about the team aspect or what the offense is trying to do. And, his career is just going to keep excelling. You're just going to keep seeing him showing up and making plays.
Travis, we talked to Andy earlier. He mentioned that the coaching staff has put in 12 installs so far. You've been through each of Andy's camps here. What's it been like for you to just see each install throughout camp as you start to get a feel for how the offense might come together?
Yeah, every season's different. Every group of players that we have is different. That's why I think the offense always has those little tweaks. And I've had the fortune of seeing all the things kind of turn over and change. And I think that naturally I get excited every single week to see what's new in this offense, knowing that the possibilities are endless. The type of players that we have here, man, we can do so much with it that it's just it's kind of like pick your poison. And I know Coach Reed has a blast with doing that too. So it's exciting, man. I accept the challenge of having so much to put on myself. There's so much put on us to be able to go out there and perform, but it's only to our advantage if we get it down.
As a follow-up to that, you've been there all the years with Andy Reid. Like, how much has if you were to go back and look at your first year's playbook, how far has it evolved? And anything you come back around and stuff?
I want to say it's night and day, man. But when I first got here, we had, I think, Dwayne Bowe and Jamal Charles. I mean, those were our two weapons that we knew we could go to. And with those two, it was just like a lot of the stuff that we were doing was run game stuff, and it was play action. And outside of that, it was Alex Smith who was really good at running two-minute tempo or a turbo tempo where we would get up to the line, and that whole package has changed. So it's night and day different from when I first got here. I definitely was more hand in the ground tight end back then, but now it's evolved to we can get that ball anywhere on the field at any moment, and it's exciting.
Has there been a significant amount of changes you feel like, without asking you to give anything away from last year to this year because of the new guys?
I wouldn't say that. I would say there's a lot more personnel to put guys in certain situations. In terms of the turnover of offense, I mean, you're always going to have new stuff. I mean, that's just Coach Reed's that's what he specializes at, right, is making you think about what we've shown on film and what we could possibly run out of it. So I think we just keep evolving like that, and we'll be just fine.
How much of this growth offensively is Pat's maturity?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, it's the whole offense in general. You put a lot more accountability on the O-line for being together for a whole nother year, having that much more chemistry together. And then on top of that, what Pat's able to do is just, keep developing. He just keeps finding ways to get better as a quarterback. And, that by far is what's made this offense take off and go into more of a passing offense than what we had in the past, for sure.
You see him able to do a lot maybe that he couldn't have done earlier in his career?
That's hard to say, man. I've always thought he's been one of the smartest guys I've ever been around on the football field, whether it's just playing off of natural instincts or actually knowing what the defense is doing. I'll leave that up to him to tell you, but I think that he's had a lot to do with, or his development over the off seasons has got a lot to do with just taking it to that next step. Whether it's the next read or understanding what the defense is doing, so you know where to go, even more precise with the ball instead of just feeling out the defense. I really see that out of him this camp more than any.
Every year, Coach gives you guys the ability to be creative, come up with new things and try new things. Your thoughts on Justin Reed kicking the field goal?
Man, the more you can do, man. It's cool. And I think he took all the reps today, right? Missed a few, got to tighten that up. Can't have any misses out there, but I think Justin's one of those guys where anything he can do to help this team win, he's going to do, and that's definitely one of them. He's having a lot of fun with it too.
Were you guys mesmerized by it like we were?
I wouldn't say I was mesmerized. I was more impressed by just the 65-yard. I didn't, that's power. That's a certain, leg power that you really don't see out of a lot of guys, especially non-kickers. But I would say, I wasn't like blown away by him being able to kick a field goal. I know a few guys that have gone up there and kicked one, to save us from running sprints one time. So, it is what it is.
In your career, have you had another coach that's given you guys the ability to be creative and just try things?
No, I mean, I've only been here, but outside of Coach Reed, it's you have to build that trust. It's not just go out there and just wing it. You know what I mean? It has to be a strategic reason to why you're doing something, and then afterwards we have to talk about it and make the best decision for the team. But in terms of getting creative, man, I'm nonstop trying to bounce ideas off of him, Pat, Coach Nagy. All the offensive coaches to see really what we want to get done, or if there's any way I can tweak things to make it easier on the quarterback or make it easier on us.
A couple more guys go, Matt and then Mick. Travis, I saw Kelce's Crunch going up.
Oh, yeah.
Have you had a chance to try your cereal?
Have I? I've already went through about 10 boxes. I'm a big Frosted Flakes guy, and this is the Kelce Crunch version of it for sure. And I think it has a little bit more sugar, but don't ask me. It's you can get over at Hy-Vee, and of course a lot of the proceeds, or some of the proceeds, go to 87 to Running My Foundation, which helps out in the inner city youth out here in Kansas City and up in Cleveland in my hometown. And so hopefully we can get Kansas City on board and raise some funds here for my foundation.
Better than that stuff Pat was selling a couple years ago?
Listen, it might not have any magic in it, but it's pretty good.
Just that first drive on Saturday, Travis, you guys spread it around. Pat was pretty efficient. Statue made play.
Hey, Paco.
About as efficient, as smooth as it could go.
I mean, yeah, there's always things to learn from, things to tweak. I know specifically there was a block in a certain route that I needed to clean up and get better at. But that's football, right? That's every single week you're going to find something you need to get better at, and just to never get satisfied with what you've been able to put on film, and keep trying to find ways to impress the guys around you or be there for the guys around you. But it's a good starting point. I know we felt good as an offense. We just got to, it's one thing to just go out there and do one drive, man. It's another thing to get 5, 6, 7 drives where you're actually putting up points, and that's where you become great, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. Have a good one.